Hi students, welcome to online class. So in this week we are going to discuss about chapter 9, list, tuples, sets and dictionary. So last week we have discussed the same chapter 9. We have discussed the first part, list alone. Now in this week we are going to discuss about tuples, sets and dictionary. So first we are going to see about tuples. So first we see the introduction to tuples. So what is mean by tuple? Tuple consists of number of values separated by comma and enclosed within parentheses. So tuple means it also contains a number of values and then it should be enclosed within the parenthesis. When you come across this definition, you might remember the last week list. List means it can also contains a number of values, but the n number of values should be given within the square bracket and it is separated by comma. But here what about tuple? Tuple is also similar to list, but the values should be given within the parenthesis. So that is what they are trying to say here. Tuple consists of number of values separated by comma and enclosed within parenthesis. Then tuple is similar to list. Tuple and list are most probably same. Somehow there are some changes are there. List is represented by square bracket, tuples are represented by parentheses. Like that, somehow it will be changed. Values in the list can be changed, but values in the tuple cannot be changed. So that is what they are trying to say. Whenever we prepare a list, that particular list, the values can be changed. They used to call it as mutable. Mutable means changeable. Whereas tuple, the values which are assigned for a particular variable, those values cannot be changed, immutable. Right? Then the term tuple is originated from the Latin word represents an abstraction of the sequence of numbers. So it is trying to represent an abstraction of the sequence of numbers. So what is the abstraction of sequence of numbers? So they are trying to say the word tuple comes from the Latin word. It comes from these names, that is single, double, triple, quadruple, quintuple, sextuple, septuple, octuple. Like that it goes on up to n tuple. So from these they have abstracted and then they have given the word called tuple. So instead of giving all these names, simply they gave one particular name, that one particular word. So that is called tuple. Right? Then we can see the advantages of tuple over the list. What are all the advantages are there over the list? See, the elements of the list are changeable, that is mutable. Whereas the elements of the tuples are unchangeable, immutable. So this is the key difference between tuples and the list. So already I told you that whenever the elements are assigned for a list, those elements can be changed. We can change the value of that particular elements. We can change the values, we can change the elements. Whereas in tuple it is not possible. So they are called as unchangeable. They used to call it as immutable. So this is the key difference. This is a main difference between tuple and the list. Then the elements of the list are enclosed within square brackets. So already we studied in the last week itself. The elements of the list are represented only by square brackets. Whereas in tuple, the elements of the tuple are enclosed by parenthesis. Right. Then the third disadvantage is iterating tuples is faster than the list. So instead of using the list, if we use tuple in for loop or while loop, in iteration concepts, that is in for loop or while loop, instead of using the list, we can use the tuple. Why? Because instead of using the list, if I use tuple, the program will work in a faster manner. The iteration will work in a faster manner. But when I go with the list, instead of tuple, the list will take more time to iterate, will take more time to complete the program, more time to execute the program. So instead of using list, we can use tuple for iteration concepts. And then whenever there is a need, the values should not be changed. So at that time we can use the tuple, because tuples are unchangeable, immutable. So in those particular areas we can use the concept called tuple instead of list. Can you understand, students? So this is a very important question. Advantages of tuples over the list. Right. Then next we are going to see how to create the tuples. So creating tuples is very similar to list. It's a very simple thing. How we created the list, in the same manner we can create the tuple. In a list, elements are defined within the square brackets, whereas in tuples they may be enclosed by parentheses. So this we know already, in the last slide itself we have discussed. The list elements will be enclosed within square brackets. The tuple elements can be enclosed within parentheses. But sometimes the elements of the tuple can be even defined without parentheses. So we can use parentheses, or sometimes if you no need, or you can leave the parentheses, you can define the elements. So that is what they are trying to say. The elements of the tuple can be even defined without parentheses. Whether the elements defined within parentheses or without parentheses, there is no difference in its function. So there is no difference at all. If we use parentheses or if we are not using parentheses, there is no difference in its function. The tuple will work in a proper manner. There is no problem at all. So the elements of the tuple can be defined with the parentheses or without parentheses. There is no problem at all. Right. Let's see some example on syntax, how to create the tuple. So first we see the syntax. So how the tuple can be created. There are three types of syntax they have given in your book. First way, we are going to create the empty tuple. Empty tuple means just we are going to create the tuple alone without any elements. Without any element. So how can we create? So tuple name equal to, just you give the parenthesis alone. No need to specify any element. Just empty parenthesis alone I am going to give. That represents that it is an empty tuple. Right. The next, tuple with n number of elements. Tuple with n number of elements. So tuple with n number of elements means here I am going to create the tuple with parenthesis. I am going to create the tuple with parenthesis. Tuple underscore name equal to, so E1, E2, E3, like that I can give up to n number of values I can specify. But we want to give with parenthesis. At the same time, I can create the elements of the tuple without parenthesis. I can create the elements of the tuple without parenthesis. Without parenthesis means just I can specify the tuple name equal to E1, E2, E3 up to En. That is n number of values without specifying the parenthesis. So that is what we studied. So with parenthesis or without parenthesis, we can specify the tuple. Right. Let's see the examples. Then we can understand it clearly. So in first example, I am going to create the tuple with parenthesis. So my tuple1 is equal to, that is a tuple name, my tuple1. My tuple1 is equal to 23, 56, 89, A, E, I, Tamil. Here 23, 56, 89, these are numbers. A, E, I are called characters, whereas Tamil is called as string. So a tuple can accept any type of data. A tuple can accept any type of data. So all the elements are given within the parenthesis. Then I am going to print the tuple, print my tuple1. So when I print this, the output is shown on the screen. 23, 56, 89, A, E, I, Tamil. So all the elements are printed within parenthesis. So in this first example, I have specified the elements with parenthesis. So output is shown as with parenthesis. But in the example 2, I am going to specify without parenthesis. I am going to specify without parenthesis. When I specify without parenthesis, my tuple2 is equal to the same elements 23, 56, 89, A, E, I and then Tamil. But when I print my tuple2, now what happens? 23, 56, 89, A, E, I and then Tamil, all are printed as the output, but everything is printed within the parenthesis. All the elements are printed within the parenthesis. So, but I have not yet specified parenthesis, but output is printed with parenthesis. See here, we can see in a practical manner. So for that I want to open Python, ideally Python. So after opening ideally Python, I can use the interactive mode. So I can use tuple1. So tuple1 is equal to open parenthesis 23, so what are the elements? 56, 89. So 23, 56, 89, in single quotes A, then E, then I, then in double quotes I am going to give Tamil. So after that close the parenthesis. Then I am going to print tuple1. So when I print tuple1, now you can see 23, 56, 89, A, E, I, Tamil. You can see it is shown in blue color. Can you see the output, students? Right. Now I am going to copy the same tuple. Control C, Control V. So instead of parenthesis, I am going to delete the parenthesis. Change the tuple name tuple2. So same elements I am going to store in tuple2. Now print tuple2. Print tuple2. So when I press enter key, now the same elements are printed within parenthesis. But tuple2 whether it contains parenthesis? No. But the output is printed as 23, 56, 89, A, E, I and then Tamil within the parenthesis. Can you understand, students? I think you might have understood in a practical manner. So with this we shall end the class. So thank you, students.